You are wasting your life without realizing it. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that 10 years have passed. Not 10 days. Not 10 months. 10 years. You look around and wonder where the time went. The dreams you once had are still dreams. The goals you promised yourself you would achieve remain unfinished. The person you wanted to become exists only in your imagination. And the most painful part? You didn't lose those years in one dramatic moment. You lost them one ordinary day at a time. One distraction at a time. One excuse at a time. One "I'll start tomorrow" at a time. This is how most people waste their lives. Not through catastrophic mistakes, but through small daily decisions that seem harmless in the moment. Because life rarely falls apart all at once. It fades away quietly. While you're scrolling. While you're procrastinating. While you're waiting for the perfect moment. While you're convincing yourself that there is still plenty of time. And that's the danger. The greatest threat to your future is not failure. It's comfort. Comfort is seductive. Comfort tells you to stay where you are. Comfort tells you to avoid challenges. Comfort tells you that tomorrow will be a better day to start. Comfort doesn't destroy your dreams overnight. It slowly convinces you to abandon them. Think about it. Most people know exactly what they should be doing. They know they should exercise. They know they should learn new skills. They know they should work on their goals. They know they should stop wasting hours on meaningless distractions. The problem isn't knowledge. The problem is action. Information has never been more available. You can learn almost anything with a smartphone and an internet connection. Yet millions of people remain stuck. Why? Because knowing and doing are two different things. Knowledge without action changes nothing. You can read every self-improvement book ever written. Watch every motivational video. Listen to every successful entrepreneur. But if you don't act, your life stays exactly the same. Potential means nothing without execution. And this is where most people fail. They fall in love with planning. They fall in love with thinking. They fall in love with imagining success. But they never do the work required to achieve it. They want results without sacrifice. Growth without discomfort. Success without struggle. But life doesn't work that way. Everything valuable requires effort. Every achievement demands a price. Every transformation requires sacrifice. The person you want to become exists on the other side of discipline. Not motivation. Discipline. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. Some mornings you feel unstoppable. Other mornings you don't want to get out of bed. If your success depends on motivation, you will never be consistent. Discipline is different. Discipline works even when you don't feel like it. Discipline acts despite emotions. Discipline understands that feelings change but commitments remain. This is why disciplined people accomplish extraordinary things. Not because they are special. Not because they are lucky. But because they continue when others stop. Look around. Most people are addicted to distraction. The average person spends countless hours consuming content every week. Scrolling. Watching. Refreshing. Scrolling again. Hours become days. Days become months. Months become years. Entire lives disappear inside screens. Now, technology itself isn't the problem. The problem is unconscious consumption. The problem is spending more time watching other people build their dreams than building your own. Think about that. How many hours have you spent watching someone else's success story? How many hours have you spent creating your own? There is a massive difference. One creates entertainment. The other creates a future. Every day, life gives you a choice. Consumption or creation. Comfort or growth. Excuses or responsibility. The direction of your life depends on which option you choose more often. Another reason people waste their lives is because they underestimate time. Time is strange. When you're young, a year feels long. When you're older, a year feels like a month. The older you get, the faster life seems to move. That's because time isn't slowing down. Your awareness of it is changing. And one day, you realize something shocking. You cannot get time back. Money can be recovered. Opportunities can sometimes return. Mistakes can be corrected. But time is gone forever. Every second spent is a second removed from your life. That's not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Because awareness creates urgency. And urgency creates action. Many people live as if they have unlimited tomorrows. They postpone their dreams. Delay their goals. Ignore their potential. Then wonder why nothing changes. The future isn't created someday. It's created today. The person you become 5 years from now is determined by what you repeatedly do now. Not by your intentions. Not by your wishes. Not by your hopes. By your habits. Your habits are quietly building your future every day. Whether you notice it or not. If you spend years avoiding challenges, you're building a future of regret. If you spend years improving yourself, you're building a future of opportunity. The choice is always happening. Even when it feels like nothing is happening. One of the biggest lies people believe is this. I'll start when I'm ready. But nobody feels ready. Successful people weren't ready. Athletes weren't ready. Entrepreneurs weren't ready. Leaders weren't ready. They started before they felt ready. Confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes from action. You become confident by doing difficult things. Not by thinking about them. The longer you wait, the more fear grows. The longer you delay, the harder starting becomes. Action kills fear. Action creates momentum. Action changes lives. Not perfection. Action. Many people spend their lives chasing certainty. They want guarantees. They want proof. They want to know exactly how everything will work out. But certainty is an illusion. Nobody knows exactly what will happen. The people who achieve great things aren't those who have all the answers. They're the ones willing to move forward despite uncertainty. Life rewards courage. Not hesitation. The truth is that your future self is watching you right now. Not literally. But imagine if they could. Imagine meeting yourself 10 years from today. What would that person say? Would they thank you? Would they be proud of the decisions you're making? Or would they wonder why you kept postponing your potential? Why you settled for less? Why you waited so long? That conversation may never happen. But its consequences will. Every decision you make today eventually becomes your reality. That's why small choices matter. Reading instead of scrolling. Learning instead of complaining. Creating instead of consuming. Working instead of procrastinating. These choices seem insignificant in the moment. But over years, they become life-changing. Success is rarely the result of one massive breakthrough. It's usually the result of thousands of small decisions repeated consistently. Likewise, failure rarely happens overnight. It's often the result of thousands of neglected opportunities. Thousands of excuses. Thousands of moments where comfort won. You don't suddenly become successful. And you don't suddenly waste your life. Both outcomes happen gradually. Day by day. Choice by choice. Habit by habit. That is why awareness matters. The moment you become aware of how you're spending your time, you gain power. The power to change. The power to improve. The power to take control. And control is everything. Because nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to force you to chase your dreams. Nobody is coming to unlock your potential. That responsibility belongs to you. And while that may sound harsh, it's actually empowering. Because it means your future is still in your hands. You don't need a perfect past. You don't need perfect circumstances. You don't need perfect conditions. You need a decision. A decision to stop drifting. A decision to stop waiting. A decision to stop wasting your most valuable resource. Your time. Imagine what could happen if you became fully committed. Imagine what your life could look like 1 year from now. 5 years from now. 10 years from now. Imagine the skills you could develop. The goals you could achieve. The person you could become. That future is possible. But only if you act. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not next month. Today. Right now. Because life is happening whether you're paying attention or not. The clock is moving whether you're ready or not. Every sunrise removes another day from your future. And one day, there will be no more chapters left to write. So write something meaningful while you still can. Build something while you still can. Become someone while you still can. Don't reach the end of your life filled with unused potential. Don't become a collection of abandoned dreams. Don't spend decades preparing for a future that never arrives. Take action. Take responsibility. Take control. Because the most tragic thing in life is not failure. It's reaching the end and realizing you had the ability to do more. Become more. Live more. But never did. So wake up. Wake up before another year disappears. Wake up before another opportunity passes. Wake up before another dream dies from neglect. Your life is happening now. And every day you delay is a day you never get back. The question is not whether time is passing. The question is whether you're using it wisely. Because the greatest waste of life is not dying. It's never truly living in the first place.